Hello, welcome back to Blender Sushi Live Noding. In this episode, I'm gonna take a look at the new node in Spreadchalk called Dissolve Mesh. Okay, Dissolve Mesh Elements. So I saw a node set up by Benny G, and he made something out of this. Quite interesting, actually. Very interesting node. If you start with something like a plane or grid, and you plug this in, vertices, edges, faces, and just take a look at the result. So by default, of course, grid is 2 by 2. Let's increase this to 10 by 10. Okay, so this dissolve mesh element has a lot of output. This is actually quite interesting. I haven't looked at it, but we're just gonna use it like this for now, and we just concentrate on the masking of vertices, edges, or faces. And random number is good for mask if you want to quickly do it. And the mask, we're gonna give it a value either 0 or 1 to mask the elements. So let's set this up like this. So this is 0, 1, 0, 1. Oh, we don't want 2, so we reduce this. Okay. Plug this into the mask. And you can see very quickly, this is using face masking. It's masking the face as I increase the number, and until it stops, because it goes over the number, the total number of the face. We can see the result. It's kind of breaking the elements into something that's a little bit more interesting in terms of polygon and how they get separated. Let me save this very quickly. Dissolve mesh. And oftentimes when doing 3D like this, you are kind of reducing mesh elements to get a more interesting topology of polygon. So let's try if I use something like polygon boom. Maybe it's clearer if I do it like this. So with polygon boom, it's separated. Let's use bmesh viewer and turn on random so we can see the area. So this area, of course, this, a little bit like Tetris, but they have more interesting topology here, and you can work like that. And so let me randomize a little bit more. So this is if I'm using mask for the face. What if I change it to edges? With edges, you're gonna get something that's more or less like a brick. You can see here, it's almost like a brick. If I use maybe like in something like inset special or inset faces, let's use inset special. So let's just plug this there and plug this like that. With inset special, you can turn on and off, make inner. So this is if I increase the distance. Of course, it's kind of extruding it up. Let's make this 0, but increase the inset. So here we are getting something that looking kind of like a brick pattern. Okay, so you can use the inset or the ignore. So one of these. Sometimes not so clear. Okay, so apparently we use just the inset, and we might need to clean this up, but we can, at this stage, we can actually extrude it. We might need to delete loose to get rid of some parts that we don't need. Okay, that's better. And then we can extrude separate faces. And we need to have mask random number. Actually, with extrude separate faces, the mask is not random number. I think we need to use range number. Oh, actually no, we forgot just the matrix. Okay, and we can randomize the extrusion. Like that. So this is more interesting, topologically. It's, it's kind of like a brick or like a city. However, we don't stop there, because with this dissolve mesh, we actually have a lot more interesting thing we can do. So again, plane goes into dissolve mesh, and random number goes into the mask. So we can hide this. Okay. And let's get back to this dissolve mesh elements. We want to use the polygon boom. Have another PMS viewer. Take a look at the result. So this is more like a brick. What if we use the vertices? Okay, with vertices you can see also this introduce a lot of unusual shapes. I actually kind of like that. Increase the number of vertices here. And I make it, oh, actually 10 by 10, but increase the number of vertices like 20 by 20. So we have 400. And play around with this number. You can see it start to break the grid. And we have this kind of area. I found this kind of interesting, and maybe we can just get rid of the small area, keep the big one, and this can be like a kind of like for a map. So I like that kind of shapes. So there's a lot you can do with topology in spectral. Some of them can be kind of magical. So yeah, this is the brick, and if we use the face, we have a lot of square still. I like the one with vertices removed. So we have this kind of shapes. So maybe I have to continue playing around with this a little bit more. But there's also this vertices index, vertices, edges, faces index, and loop index that we can study. Oh, by the way, because I'm using polygon boom, that's why it's a little bit slow. We don't actually need that. If we just plug it in like that, and if we use a insert special like this, put it loose, the result will be a lot faster. So maybe use, instead of insert special, we can use insert faces. There we go. That's what I want to show you. And this one is actually quite fast. So still random number, randomize. Can be unique. Oh no, weighted. So we have this kind of topology pattern that can be useful. This actually works not just with a polygon face. Let me save this. It also works with a Suzanne, if you like. Maybe subdivided, Suzanne. Subdivided, yeah, just like this. Or sometimes it explodes. Maybe it doesn't like the result. Yeah, because maybe it becomes like non-manifold. Maybe you just use polygon boom. You have these unusual areas subdividing. Okay, this one is non-manifold, but it's more abstract. Sometimes maybe you actually want that. Maybe you can polygon boom and then just merge it back. It's actually giving you results. Yeah, something to try, play around with, see what kind of topology you can get out of this. So this is what we have. So with the brick one, we have to control the number. That's interesting, actually. There. And maybe you can actually bevel. If you add bevel, make it rounded corner, it's gonna look also more interesting. Vertex only, bevel. Yeah. There, rounded corner. Give it more like more modern kind of look. So 3 different results on Suzanne. This guy is with the vertices being removed. More interesting shapes. It's almost like almost like a dissolve. Not dissolve modifier, the explode modifier here. Explode modifier and particles can give you something that's similar to this. Okay, so anyway, hopefully you find this interesting. Let me know what you think. Try this yourself, dissolve mesh elements, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.